All righty, back to another episode of Rules for Dating, live from the loft. Here we are today. John Stewart.
I'm Allie Smith.
Yes, she is.
Ellen Ann Michaels.
And joining us today on the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tyler Manley. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty well.
How do we know you exactly?
You know me through kickball. That's how we first met.
Oh, what's funny?
And now we're just friends.
We are, and now everybody's friends with us or friends with you because.
What's
that thing again?
Yeah, that thing's happening. What is going on?
The loft.
I'm closing everything that's
I'm
going
Allie
on.
Smith.
Yes, she is.
And
Allie, I think that's yours.
Michaels.
And joining us today on the I think that's couch, yours. It's joining.
Oh.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I don't have.
Mr. Tyler Manley. How you doing today, sir? We hear everything that we've been
How
saying
do
so
we know
far.
you
It's
exactly?
like rules for datingception. What's funny?
Now we're just friends.
That's funny. I don't have a video up.
That's okay. I think I might have fixed it.
I just have cats.
Now that I'm completely thrown off from what's going on. You know, this wouldn't be a rules for dating show if it wasn't for a little bit of technical difficulty. Like I was saying, Tyler, how does everyone know you?
How does everybody?
Yeah, how do we know you?
Well, I
How
met
did you
Sean
get
Alley
here?
In kickball. How did I get? I drove in my car.
You drove in your car?
I really don't understand the question.
You
very
walked
well.
up the stairs
I did. I knocked on the door.
to the loft. You were greeted by our little skipper.
Skipper.
What the hell
our
is that little
favorite
dog?
Skipper. He's really.
He was on my
sleepy
leg.
right now.
There you go. He's passed out on
He's
the
got
floor.
A fantastic sweater on.
Yeah, he's got it. Maybe a little bit later in the show. So for everybody that's just joining us, we had a little bit of technical difficulty, but we're back. So thank you for hanging tight. How's it this afternoon, this evening, whatever time it is you're viewing this, viewers?
I'm doing great.
Oh, I thought you were asking the viewers.
Yes, tweet us over at R4DTV.
Nobody tweeted anything.
No, not yet.
No.
So
Not yet.
today we've got our guest manning our Twitter as well. Manley-ing
Manly.
Tyler Manley.
That's a new one. You know, it's
Manly.
a name that people like to make fun of, but that was a new one.
You've never got Manley-ing?
27 years. Haven't heard Manlying the Twitter.
He's Manley on Twitter. So if you want to get a hold of Tyler directly, R4DTV. That's our Twitter. Also, you can reach us over at Facebook /rules for dating, Facebook.com /rules for dating, or just, hey, comment on the episode as it's going live to YouTube, because that's what we do here is we go live to YouTube. So everybody that's joining us here on our Sunday evening, it's just past Thanksgiving. Man, I had good Thanksgiving. How about you guys?
We had
Totally.
two kinds of stuffing. So my thanks.
So wait,
Two kinds?
what makes two different distinct types of stuffing?
There was one that was all like jumbled together with eggs, like really, really gooey, and the other one was split apart.
So
Or
it's
like
the
a
eggs that
salad.
make it.
Yeah.
I got to think about stuffing. The simpler it is, the better it is, and that's my story. And I'm stovetop stuffing all the way.
Oh, so you go like Allie.
I do.
You don't
That-
make your own toast and do
That
all
dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, is supposed to be easy. To be throw it together. Like, it's not supposed to take all day. Like, that is a myth that everyone has just fed into.
I
And
think you're just trying to change the world.
One myth we do here on Rules for Dating, Maryland. Get with the program. We're debunking the myths of dating. So if we were debunking the myths of Thanksgiving dinner, that it would be about. It shouldn't take all day.
It shouldn't take all day.
Shouldn't take all day.
The sooner that you're having a good time, the better.
Okay. I like that.
I think if you can give me some alcohol early in the day, man, I don't care how long it takes to cook, as long as I drink by my side. I've always just had two different types of stuffing. It was distinguished by inside or outside the bird. That was
Right.
it. That's all that mine was. Although, did anybody see the prank video, the pregnant turkey video? Did anybody see that?
No.
No.
I don't know if I can play this again.
I'm not sure if I would click on that.
It's pretty funny. It popped on my Facebook, but some girl got fooled into thinking that she was emptying the stuffing out of the bird, and her parents played a trick on her.
Wait.
There was
Another turkey inside
another turkey. Yeah, they put a Cornish game hen inside of the turkey, and she was like, "Turkey's pregnant."
You know what? That's rude. I totally
Yeah.
would have fallen for that.
You would have fallen from that?
I would have fallen for that. Would you have, Marilyn?
Cry.
Tyler's
I'm almost crying
laughing.
right
That's
now.
not how turkeys work at all.
That's not how they work.
They drop eggs.
They're eggs, yeah.
Okay.
They're eggs.
Still, I would totally fall for that.
Sometimes you get an egg though, and it's got like the little birdie in
Geese
it.
have eggs too? Okay, I don't know anything.
Were you girls the type that also fell for the if you eat a watermelon seed that'll grow inside of you?
No.
No. Allie?
Allie. Oh, look at that shame on her face.
That face. Well, those are not the myths we're debunking today. You know, the holidays, we've got a lot of people getting together, a lot of people spending holidays together, new families forming, and those that have to meet the families of the significant other. Have you done that before? Have you been part of that scenario? Tweet us over at R4DTV or comment. We might put you on the show. I've definitely had to meet the parents during the holiday season.
Yeah.
Anybody? Marilyn's like, yes, do tell.
Yeah, I want to know.
Did you-
Tell me more.
Oh man, you know, it was just, it sounded like a good idea, and it was like every step of the way it just went downhill.
Yeah, you wish you had met them not during the holidays?
Yeah, maybe not during the holidays, like not a forced like spend the night. They're awkward, like you guys are spending, you know, you're not sleeping together, you're spending nights apart.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing, you know. All right, for me, holidays are always about like, you know, communing and laughing and drinking, and this was definitely not that type of family, and it was just awkward. It was just rough.
Yeah, that can be hard or a little bit challenging, you know, when the family is a lot different than what you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, so really, I mean, it's like, want to make an impression. Yeah, we're hearing ourselves over there on Marilyn's laptop. But
Why did the sound come on? It was totally off. What happened?
it wants us to be heard. All right, well,
So weird.
3 times the charm. So Tyler, it's your turn to have something pop on in the middle of our show.
I wouldn't know how to shut it off.
I don't know. I mean, like, I wanted to make an impression. I really did. I really wanted it to be awesome and cool and great, and I wanted to be that great boyfriend. But I was just finding like roadblocks all along the way. Anybody else back me up?
It's a lot of pressure.
Anybody
It's
else?
a lot of pressure.
Al, can you?
I'll back you up.
You
Yeah.
back me up?
I mean, it's like, it's one thing for to meet parents and maybe they like you, maybe they don't like you. You know, it's awkward. It's a lot of pressure, especially, you know, at a big holiday gathering. You're meeting like other family members, maybe brothers and sisters and cousins.
Oh man, the cousins are the worst.
And then the thing is like they're all connecting because they're connected, you know? And you're like, you're the odd man out, you know? It's like, it's the white elephant in the room or whatever. Like, I don't know what the saying is.
They're all telling stories. They're all like, do you remember when that one time when grandma something did what that thing? And everybody else is like having that laugh and you're like the odd man out.
It's not easy.
Constantly.
You just like,
Yeah, but that can be fun as well. Just hearing or like
No,
stories. Just
no,
being
it-
an active listener.
No,
being
it's
present.
not fun.
No?
Because
Okay.
I had the blind uncle that was like relating. Yeah, it was totally funny when I saw them fall down the stairs, and it was like, you didn't see that. He was getting a laugh
This
out
is
of it.
getting very personal.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I did not have fun at that one event, that one time.
Did you
with
end
that.
up sleeping in separate beds?
We did, yep, absolutely did. And I
Did
mean,
anybody sneak in to anything?
she tried to. Actually, I felt like I was trying to make the impression I was trying to be the good one. So like,
But you locked the door.
no sneaking. So
you a BJ?
Good job.
what?
What?
A baseball jam? What else is an abbreviation for BJ? Ballpark. Why am I thinking baseball? BJ.
Better jelly.
Breakfast.
Better jelly. Breakfast jam.
Breakfast jam.
We're gonna have to come up with something good with
Butter
that.
jump.
Jump?
Butter jumping.
No, Allie.
Bojangles.
There was no Bojangles involved in my story.
Got
Get
you
a
a
little old
Bojang.
Bojangles.
Oh, dag.
You know, but I feel like we're going a little off. I think we're
We
really
are. We're
focusing
totally
on my story. You know, Marilyn, I'm starting to feel like you with your personal stories. You're like, why is this all about my personal effects here? No, but like really, when you're meeting the parents, I mean, like, what's the right course of action? Like, you feel like you want to make an impression, but like, how do you know? Like, what are the first steps if you're preparing to meet the parents? Like, what do you do?
Can I jump in? I found a great article on Boston.com that I think is pretty good. like pretty accurate, or like at least like give some good ideas.
Hit us with it.
It's called Meet the Parents, an Etiquette Guide, and it's about meeting them during the holidays as well. So,
All right.
Should I just go through them really fast?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 1, get the intel from your significant other. Okay.
So like be in the know.
Be in the know. Ask questions. Don't go in blind, right?
No, I like that. I mean, so like what kind of questions like should you be asking?
You'd say, okay, do your parents drink? Are they super religious? Should I know how to use a knife and a fork?
Do all of your siblings have all of their limbs?
Yes, it's good to know.
Good thing to
You
know.
don't want to show up and just see that like somebody's in a wheelchair or something, right?
You need to be fluent in ASL.
Yes.
Yeah,
Somebody's deaf.
part of my story is that should have known that. Tyler, have you ever not asked the question that you wish you should have asked?
No, I've been the person who should have said something and I didn't. I have an uncle who has one eye, so he kind of looks like a pirate.
But does he have a glass
patch.
eye?
No, not a glass eye. I
Okay.
don't think. Maybe he's always got an eye patch on.
Awesome.
And I had no idea that was weird until a girlfriend one time said, "You got to tell people about your uncle before they come over, because that's surprising." And I said, "Really? Like, I don't know. It's not surprising to me, but
At least he has an eye
that's
patch, so
something."
it's not like she doesn't know which way to look at him because he's like one eye's
Got the
like
eye
going
patch.
off.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
true.
way.
No, he's got one good eye. He
that's
does good work
awesome.
with it.
Yeah. Well, from now on, you'll bring it up, right?
Yeah.
You learned.
Oh yeah.
So wait, I'm kind of curious. What kind of work? Like, is he a painter or is he like an architect or like a surveyor?
No, I just
or-
meant like he can see
Oh, okay.
with the other eye.
That one eye changing the world. That one eye. All right, Marilyn, more. You got
Okay,
more on this article.
Number 2, don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Don't do that. That would be very painful and bloody. Don't do that.
Exactly. So what they're saying is basically, don't like have any strong opinions about things, or don't express your strong opinions about stuff until you know the other people in the room are okay with it.
AKA,
Shut it. Just keep that kind of stuff for later once you know people better. Like, don't bring up Obama or anything, political or sex stuff.
I mean, unless there's like tall tale signs, unless they've like got the freedom logo and like the whole they got the fired up video on loop.
yeah, but I disagree because you're gonna end up rubbing somebody the wrong way, and your job, like the first time meeting the entire family, is like not necessarily to make them all love you, but just to like make them all like not think you're a jerk. And if you just have to be running for mayor, I think, just for the first time, for the first meeting, holiday gathering, whatever.
Put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
you're
just-
not necessarily going to be having the same kind of relationship
Yeah.
with them that you do with your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Maybe you're a little two-faced, three-faced, four-faced even at this gathering.
But you,
It's
okay.
one
Oh,
time.
interesting.
I find it's one time. You gotta be a people
Well,
pleaser.
you don't always have to express your very strong political feelings, right? Sometimes you
Right.
can just save it until later.
I say just like shut up. I like that.
Shut it. You
Just
gotta
like-
shut
and
it.
listen.
Let them steer the boat, and then you just like course correct where needed.
Yeah.
If they're heading where you feel very passionate, course correct. Stay out of that. Silence is golden.
It's true.
Let them feel, because like we were talking about this topic before we came on. I was saying that like you should just let them talk, and like even if they think that you were quiet and that's not who you are, a lot of people are like will probably say, oh yeah, that guy was great, he was really quiet but we really liked him. You didn't say a word but they like you anyway. Just like be quiet, lay low. I definitely like that.
He wasn't that a-hole jerk who never shut up,
Right.
molded weird things out of the cranium clay.
No, that's not me. I didn't do that. We didn't totally just play cranium last night.
I've never seen any of you people before.
Who are you people?
All right, are we ready for
Continue
number
on.
3? Okay. Bring a tradition of your own to share.
Ooh.
I love
I
this.
love that too.
But like, what kind of tradition? Like, I like to kill squirrels on Christmas Eve. That's my tradition.
No. I
That's
think if
gross.
like let's say
Don't bring that one.
if your family tradition is to play a board game after dinner, maybe bring a game and be like, is anybody up for it? And then okay with it. If they're like, no, I hate games.
Make it
You know?
make it a an easy game.
Yeah.
Don't make it like a hard game.
Well, I just met my boyfriend's parents for the first time, or his mother, and we brought fire, or like, what are they called? Party crackers, where you pop them open and stuff pops out and you all wear crowns and do things like that. And that was fun. And
what? Like, wait, what?
That's like a tradition, like party crackers. They
Party
were like
crackers?
Downton Abbey inspired. And
Okay.
they're like fun little things that you pull and like stuff comes out, and it makes things silly because like you're sitting around this family that you don't know and you're getting to know them, but we all have paper crowns on our head.
It was really great. It was an icebreaker.
Yeah, it's a good icebreaker. It kind of releases some tension, especially like when they're very formal and have like such a lovely dining area and everything, and you don't want to like mess anything up or use the wrong fork. You know?
Oh, they're these things. Are these them? Is that it, them, Marilyn?
Yes.
I'm a little bit-
Mine were cuter than that, but that's the thing.
Well,
That's the idea.
there's plenty more to choose from.
Yes.
Which ones do you want? Oh, there's even a how to make them.
Yes. New tradition.
Here on Rules for Dating,
We
make
should
party crackers.
craft.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's a
Crafting should-
disaster waiting to happen, considering I think that's probably involves some small amount of gunpowder or something.
It does. They do pop and smell like
Yeah.
firecrackers.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
afterwards.
think somebody's going to blow off a finger. Allie, I'm looking at you.
We could do it without the firecracker
Oh.
part.
Maybe it could be this finger.
All right, so
Good editing, Sean.
so Allie's got a tradition: flip off the host of the show.
But I didn't
no,
because
you
it was blown off.
So Allie, do you have any traditions for the holidays?
My family tradition is to take a car ride and look at all the Christmas lights and like go to the local Maverick Market, 7-Eleven, what have
Maverick
you.
Market. Where's that?
Jeez, that's like
Go to the local 7-Eleven.
must be okay. It must be like a regional thing. It's like Stripes or 7-Eleven.
Yeah, what's
and
Stripes?
It's like a gas station. It's a come on, stop busting my
Everybody in
balls.
South Texas is like, we know what she's talking about.
Okay, but what do you do when you get to that
All right,
7-Eleven?
you get a fountain Coke because a fountain Coke tastes different than a Coke out of a Coke can.
Okay.
And you get a treat, get like an ice cream, fountain Coke, etc. And we would go like look at we'd drive around town, look at all the lights, go to like the ritzy neighborhood, go to like the fancy place. There was this one, it wasn't even in a super ritzy area, but there was this a guy named Aldridge. It was the Aldridge House, and he actually owned like an electronics store. When I was a kid, it was like a family-run business. Anyway, but he had like the most amazing Christmas display, and that was our tradition. We always went around and looked at all the Christmas lights, and then ended up at the Aldridge House.
At the Aldridges.
Cool. That's a good tradition.
So I don't know how you would bring that tradition to a new family. Like it's like let's all get in the cars.
Everybody get in the car with me, with the person you don't know.
And stop at 7-Eleven.
And I'm
down
drunk.
to Texas.
Tyler, do you have any traditions?
You know, when I was a little kid, we used to do a similar thing. Go look at the Christmas lights in the nice neighborhoods. And we kind of drive from our house there and look at the lights. My dad would criticize almost every single house. You know, that light is way crooked over there.
Oh.
And I hate when they do just white. But it was always fun as a little kid. And at a certain point, we got too old and just didn't do that anymore.
What
I
did
don't know
Dad do?
happened to
Did
that.
Dad decorate as well?
Oh, our house was very well decorated. Everything was, you know me, I'm pretty precise and OCD and want things in line. And he would staple every light in so that it was facing the right direction.
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh,
Not a
I
lot of
love
lights, but they were all in the right spot.
I have a dream, Tyler. That will be mine one day.
I'll help.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Sounds like they're made in
Wait, no, I'm just saying.
Christmas light heaven. What?
I'm just saying. Like I want like
The perfect Christmas house.
I do. Yeah, I cannot wait. I've been apartment living my whole life, except for when I was a kid in a real house. But yeah, I want to have a home one day to like win the prize. I want to win the prize.
If you want Allie to have the prize, tweet us over at R4D TV over on Twitter, or hit us up on the comments of this video. I want to share my tradition, and I think actually, Allie, I might be connecting with you considering all the beverages you have going on over here.
What are you talking about?
She's got the goblet and the Stella going on. No, so my tradition is I love this tradition. I don't know how I can take it to a new family or a new relationships parents, but I always had to go to bed early on Christmas Eve. My parents, Allie, you might have heard this one before, but my parents always made us go to bed super early because they wanted to make sure that Santa could go and deliver the presents and all that. So, we'd do that. And the next morning, like, my parents were super hard to wake up, and like 10 o'clock would roll around. Come on, Mom, Dad, we've been up since 6. Let's go. Come on. Well, fine. So this went on for years. It wasn't until I was like 17 or 18 that they let us stay up with them. And they were like, you want to see what we do during Christmas Eve? These people, my parents, were nuts. They would party all night long. They would drink Grand Marnier was their thing, which is a French liqueur. It's an orange liqueur. You probably had it in a Cadillac Margarita, but they would drink it straight all night long. And like this explains a lot of the gifts that I was given. A lot of my gifts were broken and played with and out of their package by the time I got it. I don't know how I can take it with. If you think you have a way of for me to tell that to my future spouse's parents, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any fun stories, let us know over at Twitter or on our Facebook or on the comments of this video.
Sean,
I want to know these stories.
I'm totally picturing your parents putting together your first bicycle. They're totally drunk on Grand Marnier, and they're like, "Yay!"
Oh, I've
So
certainly
then you get on your bicycle and like you fall.
I've certainly told you this. That's part of the story. Is that my dad bought a bike for me one year, but this was in the time where they didn't, like, Walmart wouldn't assemble it for you.
Oh,
and so he, like, my dad is terrible at putting things together. Tom Stewart, I'm so sorry, brother. You're terrible at putting things together. He'll back me up on Facebook, I promise. And so he had some of his buddies come and help him put the bike together. And anyway, they finally got it together after hours of like just getting into this bike and trying to put it together and, troubleshooting and doing things wrong. They finally get it together. And so by this point, they're so lit that they're like celebrating their win of putting this bike together. And so they decide to take it out for a test ride. Well, before the night was over, they wrecked it into a bush. And I got it the next morning, and Santa's elves had to test it out for me before I got it. So that was my first Huffy.
That's kind of wonderful.
That was the White Lightning Huffy, thanks to Santa's elves, Ronnie and Scott. You enjoyed riding my bike for the first time.
I love that. I just found
that's a beautiful story.
I just found a throwback Thursday. Billy Aldridge's Christmas light display in 1983.
Really?
For more than 30 years, it wasn't Christmas until you viewed the lights at the Aldridge home.
That's your Aldridge?
I mean, but
ooh, that's like when those were those big bulbs. Those are the ones that like caught your house on fire.
And then he would have like, this doesn't even do it justice. Like he would have like a whole like projected display like of different movies, and this takes me back. I'm getting homesick.
Oh, Allie's gonna cry a little bit. Well, speaking of going back, we all got some fun gifts. I got my bike that was totally wrecked when I first got it. Thanks, guys. You probably all had gotten gifts. We've all given good gifts. Like when you're having that relationship, what do you buy your significant other's parents or like their family? Do you have to buy all the gifts? Yeah, Allie. Do you have to buy any gifts?
So this is for actually like Christmas or just going over there for dinner for like Thanksgiving? Like, what's your question?
The holidays. I mean, do you
Just in
buy a
general?
gift for Thanksgiving? Let's break it down. Yeah, we just had Thanksgiving. Did
I
anybody
think-
buy any gifts?
I think if the family is hosting you and making dinner and everything, then you bring something, whether
Like
it's
what?
flowers or wine or party crackers, like something.
You don't come
bring
in
something.
empty-handed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or make pies. Yeah. I made little mini pumpkin pies and brought those.
With the boozy whipped cream.
Mm-hmm. Jack Daniel's whipped cream.
So maybe Marilyn's recipe will end up on our Twitter. Maybe we'll find its way over that way. But but I think that brings a good point. It's like what gift what is the right gift? I mean, flowers and boozy pies and a bottle of wine. Those all have very different connotations. Like, how do you know which one's the right one?
Again, talking to your partner, right? And kind of asking like, hey, I had these couple of ideas. Do you think any of these sound good? Right? Or no?
Maybe singing karaoke. I just accidentally bumped to this shot, Allie. What is this? So Allie's got a picture of these two cats that are like screaming into a microphone.
I just thought it was cute.
All right, moving on.
Okay. My sister's in-laws, their whole family, they have a really great tradition, and they have a very large family, something like 6, boys and girls, 6 brothers and sisters.
Holy moly.
Yeah, lots of babies. And they've all got children now. It's just like on and on and on. They draw names out of a hat every Thanksgiving. And then everybody, you can get anyone a gift that you want to. I mean, it's not like you are forbidden to get anybody else a gift, but the name that you draw, that's like the main gift that you give, person that you give a gift to, like the
For
main
Christmas or
for
Thanksgiving?
for Christmas. Sorry.
Oh, so you
left that
have
out.
from Thanksgiving until Christmas to get it. That's great. I really like that.
Yeah, and that's because there's so many children in the family, and then with that comes other kids and in-laws, and just and actually they were the parents were divorced, so it was just a lot of people, a lot of love, but you can't like get that many people gifts, so they would draw a name out of hat. That was the Thanksgiving tradition that they would do.
I like that tradition.
So I like, and it kind of like, even if you were brand new, I mean, if you were, whether they even knew you were going to be around for Christmas or not, if you were at their Thanksgiving dinner, your
got
name
a
was
present.
going in a hat.
That's kind of fun.
That's
Yeah.
so fun, but like, did you have to bring your own? Because that's like a little precarious, because like, I don't want to get something too expensive. I don't want to like spend too little. That's a slippery
they
slope.
They had a
Like a price
price
kind of
limit.
thing.
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think what we're really dialing into is that like really communication is key.
Yes.
I feel like we're probably repeating ourselves off of last week's topic, but communication is really key as far as finding out like what are the boundaries, like what are the questions to ask, what are the things to know before walking into that situation, and then just shut up. Don't say anything. Don't say a word. Just sit there as a mute. Let your significant other tell the story that you just like, I don't know, had your tongue pierced and you can't talk. I'm kidding. That's a terrible idea too, especially if they're super conservative. No, but that communication is key. Listen. Find out what's big there. As far as holiday gift giving, man, that one's a tough one.
That's really hard. Like not even for the parents, but just like in a like early relationship with somebody. Like, how do you know? Like,
well, especially if you're not
for somebody,
especially if you're not a good gift giver. Like, I'm not a very good gift giver at
I
all.
don't know anything.
Nor
about
am I.
that. I'm really great.
Tyler, I mean,
No, I'm an awful gift giver.
no.
Anyone have any like gift giving stories like that backfired or were awesome or?
Oh yeah, I have one. I think it comes later in the list, but we can skip ahead. So I think it's always important to figure out where and when and who's going to be there when you open your Christmas gifts with your significant other.
Okay.
Because I had a partner one time, and I had noticed when she was going through her underwear drawer that she was complaining. She's all, these are old. They're all so worn out. So I made a mental note like, hey, we're going to go to Victoria's Secret and we're going to get somebody to help us pick out some new stuff. So I brought some of them in and we got some new underwear, and I had her just pick some out and box it up and wrap it up, put it in the car. We drive out to the parents' house, and I think we're going to open gifts later back at our house. And that wasn't the case. She pulls it out of the car, and we walk in the house with it, and the neighbors are there, and the aunt and uncle are there, and
Oh,
there are
no.
kids around, and then I realized like we're gonna have to open that gift in front of everybody, and I don't have like a backup. So I try and tell her like, no, we can't open our gifts here. Let's do it later. Didn't work.
Oh no.
So she sits there, she's unwrapping it, and she notices right away, because Victoria's Secret is like, it's got the pink stripes, and you know exactly you know what it is right when you get.
So you let them wrap it?
Yeah,
Okay.
they wrapped it and everything, and she pulls the first pair out, and they're crotchless. And I was like, come on, Victoria's Secret girl, like you knew that was not what I gave you. That's not what we were trying to replace.
Either that or your girlfriend's panties were just super old. That
Yeah,
they
maybe
had
there was
already...
holes in them. I didn't look that closely. I just kind of handed them over. Said,
Maybe she
you
had a
take
dog.
care of this.
I had a dog who used to like eat the crotch out of my.
All right, moving on.
Dogs do that.
Talking about our next topic. I don't know if we have a topic, but I'll tell you one thing. That's not on the docket for this show. Crotchless panties eaten out by the dog. So if you've got some Christmas stories you want to share with us with bad gift giving, or maybe your dog eating your panties, let us know over on the comments on this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. We love our subscribers and our likers. So thank you so much for joining us. For all the daters out there. For Tyler Manley manning the Twitter over there, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining
so
us
much,
today. Allie, you got a post taking us out of here?
Let's see.
Some cute animal thing?
How about the picture of the guy on the motorcycle?
Oh,
That'd
Oh,
be a
yeah,
good
where
one
is
to leave
that?
with.
Oh, I guess that's a good thing to take out.
did we talk about our rule?
Yeah, we did.
Totally.
Don't-
Totes did.
Don't. Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Trying
Look
to
at this guy.
So
This is Jeremiah, and Allie and I saw him when we were driving up Coldwater or Laurel one night, a holiday season or 3 ago. Kind of crazy.
he's got a dog on his motorcycle
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
on Laurel Canyon. For
And
anybody
he
that
must have been used to like posing for photos. Look at that. Look at that smile. He knows.
he for real, I want him to play like the Ghost of Christmas Past with the
yes.
dog in a
Yes.
live production
Oh,
of.
that's brilliant.
Yeah, this is great. All right,
Awesome.
taking us out of here. Thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on next week's episode of Rules for Dating.
Good
Happy
night.
dating.
Happy dating. If I can get some music to play.
Happy dating.
All right, we gotta sing. We gotta sing our outro music.
Happy dating
We meet
for you. Happy
Bum,
dating.
bum,
Happy
bum,
dating.
bum.
Every day is dating, and the holidays make it better. It's more fun.
know
This
the
is
rules.
kind of the best music ever.
Tyler, you're doing a great job.
And Tyler is quiet.
Silence
he
is
doesn't
gold.
want to participate.
Silence is gold. All right, thanks everybody.
All right.
Happy
Good
dating.
night.
Happy dating.